I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Martha, please call roll.
Davis?
Here.
Excuse me, sorry.
That's it.
Davis. Flora?
Here.
Inman? Here. Crane? Here. Quinn?
Also here.
Rothrock? Here. Schlossmacher?
Here.
Thomas?
Here.
Thank you. Before we get started on our agenda this evening, I would like to thank Pat Quinn, Council President, for stepping in last month and running the meeting. I did watch, and you did a very good job, Pat, and I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. All right, I would like to welcome any members of the public and residents who are joining us this evening. There will be opportunities at various times on the agenda this evening to make public comment. If you are here on a specific agenda item, when that agenda item comes up, please raise your hand and I can recognize you to make your comments. If you have comments or questions on an issue that do not appear on the agenda, there is a place on our agenda. It's number 5. It's public comments, so that would be the time to make comments on things that are not on the agenda this evening. Item number 1, public hearing. We do not have any public hearings this evening. Item 2 is special presentations, and we have a couple of those this evening. And we'll begin by recognizing the Mission Business Partnership and the Sunflower Festival Committee. Would you please come forward? All right.
Ready for a photo?
I think our city owes a big debt of gratitude to this group. They've done a lot this summer promoting business in Mission. Obviously, the Sunflower Festival was a large undertaking, great success. The parade was fantastic. Again, we had cooperation on the weather, so that's always nice. And also the sidewalk sale that goes on and brings people into Mission. I appreciate the work that you guys do. It's very important for our community that we draw together like this. Staff people, council people, business people come together and work for the benefit of this community. So I wanted to thank you publicly and look forward to your future endeavors. So.
We wanted to thank all of you for all your help, because we couldn't have done this without the city. Every department helped us out, from obviously the police department, public works. We had Laura Smith helping us run the parade. You all were in the parade and were volunteers there as well. All of you were helping to run games. And obviously we have a few members here that sat on the committee, as far as Emily and Hillary. So we appreciate this, the strong support we receive from this city. You guys have really helped us pull this off, and we appreciate everything you do for the businesses here in Mission. So thank you as well.
I also want to mention that the Saturday after Thanksgiving is Shop Small Saturday, and we encourage everyone to shop local, not only at this time, but throughout the year. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Our next special presentation is by the Police Department, Chief Hadley.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I'd like to apologize. Usually, this is one of my favorite things to do, is promoting people. It makes me very happy to do that. Generally, we have a much larger attendance. Half of our officers are over in Merriam on multiple shots fired calls and cars burning and that kind of stuff, all on different calls. So generally, we have a lot of people here to support Chad, but I know they would rather be here than on those types of calls. So, but right now, I'd like to bring Chad Hodge forward. Chad has been with our department for several years, and I will tell you that while I have 2 kids, Chad's had twins and works shift work and everything else. And I've known Chad for probably about 8 years now, and it makes me very happy to promote him today. So Chad, did you bring anybody with you?
I did. Step in here, guys. My twin daughters are here. The first one walking up, this is Lindley. She's the younger of the 2. And then this is Avery. My wife, Michelle, my mom, Nancy, and my son, Xander.
Very nice.
So as typical, we always allow family to pin the badges on, and his wife has promised that she'll try not to stab him with this.
Chief, what is he being promoted to?
He's being promoted to corporal, which is the frontline supervisor of patrol. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mayor, if you'd like to come in for a photo. You guys want to have your picture taken?
Can I get a picture?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Here, come on.
Where can I do that? Oh, perfect. Ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. Okay, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. All right, item number 3 is issuance of notes and bonds, and I will turn this over to Laura.
Thank you, Mayor. Tonight we do have one item related to the issuance of notes and bonds, and those are related to the industrial revenue bonds for ARIA Realty, LLC, which is the owner and developer of the Gateway Project. The IRBs will allow ARIA to secure sales tax exemption on certain construction materials and supplies as they proceed with the project. This ordinance authorizes the issuance of the taxable IRBs for the project in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $214,258,589. These bonds are not a general obligation of the city and are not backed by the full faith and credit of the city. And the developer is responsible for reimbursing all costs incurred by the city in connection with the issuance of these industrial revenue bonds.
Having heard that, I would entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move the City Council adopt an ordinance authorizing the City of Mission, Kansas to issue taxable industrial revenue bonds, ARIA Realty LLC project, Series 2018, in a principal amount not to exceed $214,258,589 for the purpose of providing funds to pay the cost of acquiring, purchasing, constructing, installing, and equipping commercial facilities, including land, buildings, structures, improvements, fixtures, machinery, and equipment. Authorizing the city to enter into certain documents and actions in connection with the issuance of said bonds, sales tax exemption only.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, I would call for a vote.
Schlesmacher,
Aye.
Thomas,
Aye.
Quinn,
Aye.
Davis,
Aye.
Rothrock,
Aye.
Inman,
Aye.
Crane,
Aye.
Flora.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Moving on to item 4, consent agenda. Our consent agenda has one item on it this evening, and if any member of the public or on council would like an item removed from the consent agenda, now would be the time to make that request. Seeing none, I would entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move the City Council adopt the consent agenda as printed items 4A.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion? Please call roll.
Davis,
Aye.
Schlesmacher,
Aye.
Flora,
Aye.
Thomas,
Aye.
Inman,
Aye.
Crane,
Aye.
Rothrock,
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right. Item number 5, public comments. This is an opportunity for the member of the public to make a comment on an item that is not on the agenda. Does anyone want to speak? Please come forward and state your name and address, please.
Hello, I'm Charlie Chapito, and believe me, City Clerk knows my address quite well. Thank you. I am hesitant to state it because, of course, this video is going to appear on the internet, and we don't need people like hackers interested in finding out personal information about ourselves. At least I don't feel that need. Anyway, I appreciate the opportunity to speak before you tonight. I seldom do this, as you know. And I appreciate the mayor's offer of giving me the full hour to do so. I've never been accused of being brief, so we'll leave it at that. I'm here to speak about an item that's, I think, is very important to the city. It was on your consent agenda. And that is Councilwoman Flores' proposed mission non-discrimination ordinance. And I think she did an excellent job on that, and I hope the City Council moves forward with this with all due speed. One of the things I want to note from it is that it provides uniform legal protection within the City of Mission against discrimination based on race, color, religion, national origin, sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, age, disability, marital status, familial status, or veteran status. So, by way of comment, I want to stress two things. One, I hope to see empathy, and I also hope to see justice served. And regarding empathy, I'd say in advancing this forward, I'd like each of you to take a minute or two between now and then to think of someone in your own family, perhaps a brother, sister, some other relatives, a best friend, and think for a minute how you would feel if they were discriminated against, and try to relate to that on an emotional basis. There's plenty of logic in Ms. Flores' report that I think is important too. The other thing, I'll paraphrase Dr. Martin Luther King, that the moral arc of the universe is long, but it does tend towards justice, and I hope that you realize that now is the time for justice. It's been long past due. Now's the time to act. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else from the audience want to speak?
Hello, my name is Kim Donaway, and I'm a Mission resident. Comments today. Actually, I sent emails to a few of the council people and the mayor about this vehicle that's sitting at the Mission Mart shops that's been there for months, just parked illegally. License plates expired 2015 with bungee strap signs advertising a mere Mediterranean. I thought we had done a sign ordinance that stopped that nonsense. I know the vehicle is not street legal because it's 2015 and it's an Idaho license plate. So it's not even here from our area, and it looks terrible. The other is the 11 signs that popped up, and I think 2 of them don't even fit the code, but 11 signs for the clip hair place just popped up, and they're along that section too. I thought the sign ordinance was passed to stop that nonsense, and there's a couple of them that don't even follow, and these are temporary signs. I mean, I'm all over the city. So you have all these nice shopping districts that don't allow that at all. So I want to know how come we're making that area look like a toilet today. And I've called city codes about that van. And nothing's been done yet. So that's one thing. I also brought up, which is really important for ADA disabilities, is the 3 shops at Moss Copy, Len Nation, and UPS. If you're looking at the building, and I brought this up to them, the right side, I watched this gentleman, because I do business there at all 3 businesses, that the curb is given way, and he would be like in his 70s, and he almost fell. And I started looking at the sidewalk right there, and so I didn't know who was responsible, but it's an atrocious, what do you call it? Yeah, it's a hazard. I mean, I thought he was going to fall, and then the other part was in front of Moss Copies where there's a hole in the sidewalk. So you get somebody also like me who's torn her ACL, and there's some times where this left foot won't pick up. It just wants to drag. You know, darn it, I wish it would step up, but sometimes it don't. So I don't know when that's going to be handled, but I found it very interesting that we did all these other areas along there, and they got brand new, beautiful sidewalks. And how come that didn't, those 3 shops? Because the one in front of Len Nation is over 20 years old, that concrete. How come, which is now Sprint, how come Radio Shack got it? But the one next to it, which was worse, didn't. So it's like, if we're responsible for those, and I'm a taxpayer, and I'm walking in and out, so that's something I'd like to see addressed. How come there's inequity there? Because it's also with the disabilities. Somebody's going to get hurt and fall, and I'd rather not see that. And last but not least, one of my biggest pet peeves that's been going on for years, and Roz tried to shut them down, is with Unleashed. And again, I pull into Pet Mart, because I do business there, and that's where I had my son start boarding their puppy while they work. And there's severe potholes again. Now I found out yesterday from Nilo that we have a new public works person. John's no longer there because I brought up the issue about the potholes that are created by Unleashed. I am really, really tired and just disgusted by daily washing of feces-contaminated bacteria water across the street, down the street, across their sidewalk, and down the street, and then it's just totally trashed out that street. And so I asked again, I said, okay, I was told there's going to be redevelopment, so that will be next year. Fine. What's happening right now for those potholes? Because the next time I hit one with my vehicle, because you can't see it because they're full of water, is the city going to pay for my bent axle? That's my question. Who's responsible for that? Because I think it's ungodly that you have Unleashed, and there's been complaints about them for years, and what they're doing, and they're not being responsible. Shame on them. They should never have been issued a license to begin with if they're going to do that. No other resident, no other business is allowed to run feces-contaminated water and ruin the gutters and ruin the streets, because that's what's been happening. So I'd also like to know when action is going to be taken about that, because I'm done. Because I hit that pothole again today, that's the second time. So if it damaged my vehicle, who do I talk to? I'd like an answer, like now.
Well, there will be no answer this evening. We take down your issues, we will talk to staff and investigate what you say, and we will get back with you.
I thank you. And with that, you all have a great week.
Thanks, Deb. You're fun.
Mayor and Council, Susie Gibbs, 6432 Reed's Drive. I don't even know my name. All I know is that Christmas is coming. Have you been to Lowe's and to Hobby Lobby and all those places? Because Christmas is about upon us. So, it's time for me to bring to you all the information that you ever needed to know. Do they have the flyers up here? Okay. Y'all have flyers on your desk. The first one I will bring to your attention is the Uplift flyer. If you will look at that, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Uplift organization, but I'm sure that, yes, It is. Thank you, Pat. I'm sure that you all have coats at home when you're cleaning your closets or whether you're changing from summer to winter. I'm sure you all have coats, jackets, sweaters, hats, gloves. Whatever you have, we can use. Shoes. We do not want any children's shoes, any children's clothes, but we do need adults. Anything, because these people are homeless. They're literally sleeping under bridges. They need anything that you can donate. We will have an uplift truck at the north side of the parking lot for the community center, parked on, if you notice the date, Thursday, November 15th. That will be during or before the Thanks for Seniors and during it. So you can bring your goodies when you come to Thanks for Seniors. You can pull up in the parking lot. Metro Police will be there to help you unload. You don't even have to get out of your car. They will unload your car for you. We will have hot coffee and donuts if you so choose. It's a great way to clean your closet. It's a great way to help somebody else. So I hope that you'll put this on your calendar and please look through and see what you can find. We're also collecting white socks for the homeless, and I think most of you know that if you have a hole in your foot and you get your sores, if you get sores on your feet and then they bleed and you have on colored socks, that they get infected. So we're asking for white socks. Last year we partnered with St. Michael's Men and Ministries. We collected over 4,000 pairs of white socks. So it's wonderful, and they need those white socks desperately.
Adults or kids, both?
I beg your pardon?
Adults and kids also.
We can use kids as well, yeah, because we'll give those to our families, but they need to be new. And you can get socks, you can get packages of white socks at Target, you can even get them at dollar store. You can get packages of 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, whatever you want to do, but we need white socks. So put that on your shopping list as well. And then if you will look at the first day we have, it is Monday, November the 19th. That will be the day that we will be filling baskets for Thanksgiving families. We have, it's on your helping hands.
Oh, helping hands,
Yes. And if you will go down to number 4,
Yes.
that is Monday, November the 19th. We have usually had 6 schools. The 6 schools that we have been helping have been Shawnee Mission North, Ruston, Santa Fe, Horizons, Highlands, and Roseland. This year we are adding Hopper Grove because our kids do go to Hopper Grove. That's where all of our kids go. So we would be adding, they asked us to help them as well. So we will be helping, that gives us 7 schools we'll be having. So we will provide for them a regular Thanksgiving meal. We take laundry baskets, those cheap laundry baskets that are white. We fill them with turkey and everything they need, dressing, eggs, milk, Cool Whip, everything they need for their Thanksgiving dinner, pie crust, pie filling, the whole bit in this big basket. We assemble all those on that Monday. We have an assembly line. Debbie Kring's husband's in charge of it. He's quite a stickler for rules, and everybody goes up and down with their shopping carts, and we fill the shopping carts. Then, because we collect canned goods from everybody, and if you'd like a box, if you want a box to put in Bin Solutions, we'd be happy to provide you with boxes or the flyers to put on the boxes. Because a lot of businesses do collect canned goods, so we give them a box of canned goods. And then, this lovely lady back here that just spoke to you provides fresh produce. And she believes that the kids do not, or the families are not able to purchase fresh produce. So that is her tithes, she told me, for the year, that she brings us fresh produce. Like as in oranges, apples, pears, lemons, sweet potatoes, carrots, celery, and so forth, even mangoes. What else did you have, Kim?
Avocados,
Avocados.
kiwis.
And the biggest hit of all are pineapples. She brings, every family gets a fresh pineapple. So those are things that, you know, people can't buy themselves. They really can't afford, some of these families, to have fresh produce. So we give them all a box of fresh produce as well. And then you get the joy of delivering them. And we have our police department, the fire department, and our public works deliver them. So it's a wonderful day. It's very heartwarming, and I think that you would love doing it. But we would be happy to just have you collect canned goods for us. Whatever you'd like to do would be great. Then if you look at the flyer for number 5, it would be Friday, the 21st of December is when we do our Christmas. We do gift wrapping, and we assemble dinners again. We don't use turkey, we use ham this time and gear it more toward Christmas. We have, for Christmas this year, last year we served 83 people dinner at Christmas, 83 families. That's a lot of families. Then we provided gifts for 50 families. That's a lot of families. Some families have 2, some families have 4, some families have 8 and 10. But we give them a chance to fill out a wish list. Kathy Lockhart puts them on tags, We hang them on the wall on Christmas trees at the community center, and you can go pick out a tag. You can get 1 tag, 2 tags, 10 tags. Debbie Crane probably takes 50. She loves to shop. So you can adopt families. Vin Solutions, how many are you adopting this year?
At least 4.
4 families from Vin Solutions. So we're encouraging you to talk to your businesses. Everybody gives money. So this money stays right here in Johnson County, in Northeast Johnson County. It does not go to help anybody outside of Northeast. It helps our kids. We help the schools where our kids go to school. And the names are submitted to us, excuse me, by the social workers. So we know they're the kids that are on free lunch, maybe living out of their cars, or something like that. So we know that we're getting good families. So then they go shopping, they bring them back. They can either bring them back wrapped or unwrapped. We will wrap them. We need about 50 volunteers to wrap that morning. It's from 8 o'clock until noon or whenever you get through. And then we also fill the baskets, and we take the whole north end of the gym, or of the community center. It is full. You would love it. You've been there.
Oh, yeah.
It's wonderful and heavy. It's the most heartwarming thing you've ever seen. People come in there and pick up their gifts, or we deliver them again. So we give them food, and we give them gifts for everybody in the family. There's lots of tears shed, but it's a phenomenal day. It's just you go home just beat tired, and I know Lynn must be beat tired. But it's such a warm feeling to know how many people you've helped. And these people don't even expect this. We give them more than they probably ever would think of getting. We even have a church that supplies us with lunch for the volunteers. So you don't even have to leave to go to lunch. And Joe Mitchell, you know Joe Mitchell, most of you. She provides homemade cinnamon rolls for both the Thanksgiving and the Christmas morning. So we have homemade cinnamon rolls and coffee. So, you know, it's a wonderful opportunity for you to give. We love the money. You know that whatever we get goes to this particular event. We don't put on any kind of fundraiser for this, except this year we will have. We have not had a fundraiser. Last year we raised $18,000 without a fundraiser, which was phenomenal. This year, we have been loaned, told we could use, I don't know how you want to put it, a 1933 Rolls Royce, the most beautiful car in the world. You should see it. Absolutely gorgeous. A friend of mine has this, and she wanted to know if we would like to use it as an auction item for our holiday adoption. So, hey, whatever works. So we're going to have an auction. It'll be a silent auction. We will have all the information down at the community center. We'll blow up big pictures because we can't bring the car down there. But you should see it. That will hold 4 or 5 people. So you will be bidding on a ride in the Rolls Royce. It will take you from your home to McCormick and Schmitz on the plaza. We will give you a $100 gift card. They will present the woman with the bouquet of flowers. The man and the woman will both be dressed in tuxes, and it'll be just an elegant ride. So it's a great opportunity. So I want to make sure that you all come out. And what are you looking at me like that for that?
Sounds good to me.
Like we haven't run for president yet.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
So anyway, whatever we get from that will go to this fund. The city gives us in-kind services and in-kind, you know, like the help and the haul and so forth. But they do not give us any money as such, so we raise all the money ourselves. So, questions?
What's the name of what are we supposed to write the checks out for? It's like the Mission Charitable.
Mission Charitable Fund.
And that is a tax exempt, so you can write it off on your income tax, correct?
It's a 501c3. Any other questions? And Nick's wife has graciously offered, coerced or something, to come help us.
She's been voluntold.
I like that word. I love that word.
You would, wouldn't you?
I do. Well, you know, we have a lot of Spanish-speaking people, and if we call them and they don't understand me, and I don't understand them, and I'm saying your food and your gifts are sitting here, what do? We sometimes have to hold them over, and that's not a good thing. So last year, she came in and she just gave me the phone, and she just started going down the list, calling these people and speaking in Spanish. Get yourself down here now. And it's amazing. They came. So we can't do this again without her, because that was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So everybody can participate. You brought kids, or you brought your family to help us do baskets. You brought a bunch of motorcycle people one year. I know, and they delivered, and it was fun. They had a great time. So there's something for everybody, and I just would like to have you guys participate. I think it's a wonderful opportunity. We've also taken on this year, Ron and I went to Roland Park and spoke to the mayor. So they bought into our program, which is good, and Joanna Rush, I don't know whether any of you know her, has agreed to help us and be with us. And so she and I are going to go calling on a couple schools and a couple of businesses this Friday. So, you know, it just takes everybody, if you see somebody and you say, would you like to contribute, take their money. Just call me, I'll be happy to go take their money. But it's just a fun, easy way to help lots of people who otherwise might not get the need that they need. We want them to have a good Christmas. And as Lynn Crane said, if we can just provide them one day of happiness, one day, that's what we want to do. So that's what we start to do. Anything else? Any questions?
No, thanks again for doing this.
Anybody else for public comment? All right, seeing none, we'll move on to item number 6, action items. We do not have any new items from our planning commission, so we'll go on to committee reports. Councilmember Schlossmacher, do you have a report for the Finance and Administration Committee?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, but I have nothing to report this evening.
All right, Councilmember Inman, do you have a report on the Community Development Committee?
Yes, I do, Mayor. I have one item. It's in regards to the Broadmoor Design Concept Resolution. The reconstruction of Broadway between Martway and Johnson Drive has been budgeted for design in 2018 and construction in 2019. This is a CARS eligible project. This project includes full depth pavement replacement, stormwater system upgrades, curb replacement, sidewalk improvements, and replacement of the traffic signal at Johnson Drive and Broadmoor. This resolution outlines the factors taken into consideration when designing the improvements to Broadmoor and formalizes and communicates the project's design. The majority of the construction for this project is designed to remain within the current right-of-way with a reduction in each drive lane width to 12 feet. Mayor, I move the City Council adopt a resolution establishing the design concept for improvements to Broadmoor Street between Martway Street and Johnson Drive in the City of Mission, Kansas.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion?
Yeah, there is a question that did come up in regards to Kim's concern. Are we going to take into consideration in that design the waste element that she spoke of, or is that for discussion at a later time?
I believe that the design of Broadmoor as it currently stands provides with some grass on their property, which does not currently exist. The other issue is one that is not handled through the design of the street, but I know John had been in contact with some other agencies, so we'll be following up on that through a different mechanism, not through the design of the street.
Okay. Thank you.
Solid.
Yeah, I just want to make a quick comment because I discussed it at our prior committee meeting when we discussed the design options that I'm still not entirely comfortable with this design, and we're talking about investing more than $800,000 of the city's money, and I think that it doesn't meet our city's codes, and I understand the concerns of the business owners, but I'm worried that this is not the best plan for the city as a whole, considering it'll be the design plan for a long time period. But I realized I was already outvoted on that one, so.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, call for a vote.
Flora?
No.
You have to have a motion first, though.
We've got
Oh,
one.
you got one, yes you do.
Quinn,
Aye.
Inman,
Aye.
Crane,
Aye.
Davis,
Aye.
Schlossmacher,
Aye.
Thomas,
Aye.
Rothrock.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right. Item 8, unfinished business. We do not have any. Item 9 is new business. And we do have one item of new business. This is a reconsideration of the Planning Commission's recommendation regarding the preliminary development plan for 5438 Johnson Drive. This was voted on by the council at the September 19th meeting, but due to some confusion, the motion to uphold the Planning Commission's recommendation did not accurately reflect their action and recommendation. To address this situation, I would entertain a motion to reconsider this case, followed by a motion to accurately address the Planning Commission's recommendation. Is there a motion to reconsider case number 18-09?
Mayor, I move the City Council reconsider our motion to approve case number 1809, considered on September 19th, 2018, because we did not include the entire recommendation of the Planning Commission in the original motion to approve.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Discussion. Seeing none, please call for a vote.
Inman,
Aye.
Flora,
Aye.
Davis,
Aye.
Thomas,
Aye.
Crane,
Aye.
Quinn,
Aye.
Rothrock,
Aye.
Schlesmacher.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, now we need a motion.
Mayor, I move the City Council uphold the recommendation of the Planning Commission in its entirety and approve case number 18-09, including stipulation number 6, which states that a Phase 1 environmental site assessment and required subsequent assessments will need to be completed and the report submitted with the final site development plan. Environmental assessments must include investigation, complete site history of all land uses of this site, including operation as a gasoline filling station.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion on this topic. Seeing none, please call for a vote.
Flora,
Aye.
Inman,
Aye.
Crane,
Aye.
Quinn,
Aye.
Rothrock,
Aye.
Schlesmacher,
Aye.
Davis,
Aye.
Thomas.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, we're at item 10, comments from the City Council. This is an opportunity from comments from our City Council members. Does anyone have anything would like to share? Mr. Davis.
Yes, I've placed on your location Healthy Kansas City Tobacco 21 KC flyer. I know that this was discussed by the council in 2015 when this was just beginning to be implemented throughout the area. And at that time, the Finance Administration Committee decided not to take it up as an issue. It's been 3 years and we are one of 2 cities in Johnson County that have not adopted this ordinance. And I would like to have it placed again on the Finance Administration Committee in November if that's possible.
All right. Spring?
Just a reminder that we will have a Ward 3 meeting tomorrow evening at the Community Center at 7 p.m. All are invited.
Ms. Flora.
Yeah, I just wanted to report that Hillary and Pat and I all attended the League of Kansas Municipalities annual conference in Topeka, and it was great. Had a lot of really informative sessions from what the upcoming elections mean for cities and the Topeka Police Department's mental health task force program. That was a really interesting presentation, and so it's good to get to go and learn from other cities, and so we can bring that back.
I have one update on the Friends of the Mission Dog Park group. We've got our date finalized for Saturday, October 27th. We'll be having our pop-up dog park day over at Broadmoor Park. So we're going to have some temporary fencing set up. We'll have it set up in an off-leash area. We've got some vendors that are going to come out, and we invite everybody to come out, bring their dogs, and check out what a dog park could look like in Mission. Hope to see you all there. There will be a dog costume contest as well, so get your dogs all dressed up. Again, that's Saturday the 27th, from 10 to 2.
Could I just ask, Nick, where are we on the dog park group?
So this is the next step right here. This is kind of a big hurdle, is to actually do a pop-up dog park day and just give people an idea of what it might be like to have a dog park in Mission. If it's disruptive or if people think it's a great benefit to the community. So I think we've gotten a lot of feedback. We had over 400 surveys that were responded to, and this is just the next step in the process. We'll kind of go from how this day goes and what kind of feedback we get.
All right. Item 11, Mayor's Report. I do not have a report, so we are at the City Administrator's Report. Do you have anything to say?
I do not, Mayor.
All right. We don't have an executive session. So, being no further business tonight, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.